The market was trying to make some rallies yesterday, impressive moves, and it is all about yesterday's action for me at least, because yesterday it was unbelievable the rally that it had, and I came in with one level in mind. A lot of times I'll start things off with the higher time frame look. Now, I got my 3-minute up so you guys can actually just look at yesterday's trade off of 750 because that was my key line in the sand. And the way I've been approaching the trade in Tesla is once I identify a key pivot price based on the higher time frame, at the open, I'm just looking for a rejection or an acceptance of that price level, and I want to trade off of it. And what happened in the morning was you had that Microsoft news, everything was sort of slamming into the downside, and then semblance of, I guess, reasonable or rational sense came back into the market, and we came back up above that 750. And it was once we reclaimed that high, that's when I started going into the long. There was one minor shakeout, then we just said every single pop in consolidation, we're just long in front of this level. You can see the consolidation breaks, the final breakout. I did play the short thinking it was going to get to 800. 790 ended up being the top a couple times, but that's after it had already extended. So today, you got Elon Musk coming out saying doom and gloom for the overall economy. Tesla's going to be pausing some hiring, cutting jobs. I get it. Tesla was under pressure this morning, and a lot of things were gapping down. It was a very, very weak morning, but I was just looking at that same level, and it's pretty simple. I knew that I was going to be bearish below this price. And when you have a read like that, it's about how do you structure your entry point. So I'm not going to sit in the trade. I'm just going to look to see what happens at that open. There was an initial break to the downside of about 730 there. Of course, we had the jobs report where it had a big reversal in the market, so the weakness was also in the market. We had one little pop at the open where it tried to test higher. It couldn't take the pre-market level, and unfortunately, this did not get into the prime pocket. If you could have had 745, you could have had 742, something in that range, I'd love to get it. But you can't. It never goes to that price. Unfortunately, you're really only able to capture this in that 735 area. Grab the short. I don't get everything I want because, again, it doesn't come to my price. I'm thinking, okay, let's try scalping some of it out. It makes another wick high, and then I missed the re-entry on that wick high. Very, very quick. At the open, a lot of times liquidity, and I complain about liquidity all the time on the morning show. When we're live trading at 9:30, it's insane, but I did try to grab some back in. At that point, I had my target set at 725, and I made a judgment call. I was short NVIDIA, I was short NIO, I was also short in some Micron and Tesla at that moment. So when it got to 725, I felt like there were a couple of other names that I wanted to hold on to because they had bigger floors under them. And part of this did have to do with the bias of what had happened in the morning the previous day at that 725 level. It was just such an unbelievable jailbreak to the upside that my gut was saying, no, I should just take it out there. Decent chance you're going to get a rally or a bounce when we can get back in. Unfortunately, just like the morning, it doesn't quite get to the re-entry price on that bounce, and then all you wrote. Down at 700, there's one trade left. It is off of that 700 level. Now, I don't have any issue taking it out too early at 725. You've got to be able to go with your read. It was an unbelievable move off the bottom of that particular price. So you get in, you get out. Nobody ever went broke taking profit. But the key thing was, at an overall direction and bias based off of a level, and sometimes you've just got to get in, understanding it might take one or two swings in front of that level to make the trade. It only gave us the one, but we're able to get in and out pretty quickly. Question becomes now, will 700 hold? That's the big one.